Well, how to do, y'all? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Sarah Vita, if you don't already know, and if you do know, then groovy. Thanks for coming back. I appreciate you. So I know it's been a while since I've done one of my true scary stories, which I used to do these, almost every month, because I've had a lot of weird stuff happen to me. I've experienced a lot of paranormal stuff, and it is Halloween, and I always like to put at least one in there that I haven't talked about before. So, and y'all have heard me talk about it many times, and I've just put it off because this is a really intense experience. It is going to sound like it's fake as fuck. So yeah, I've been really nervous to put this out there, which I know I don't have too many subscribers or people that are really interested in my true scary stories, except for one person. So this is specifically for you, okay? But and I appreciate that. And it's not that anything crazy hasn't been happening to me, like obviously my best friend's house that I've talked about before is haunted. My dad's house is haunted. I've experienced a lot of stuff just recently too, because every time I go to either their places, like doors are slamming or stuff is falling off, whatever. But nothing like too extravagant, so that's why I haven't really done one in a while. But yeah, my Helen's Bridge experience, yeah. And I know the really, really intense one that was the very first one that I did with me and my stepmom. I have a sinus infection, so just bear with me. I know I turned 30, I get COVID, I pull a nerve in my back, I get a sinus infection, so just bear with me, please. But yeah, that was pretty intense. But this happened, I was with one of my exes at the time, but they weren't with me or anything. This is with one of my ex-best friends and my now other ex-best friend. I know, we're just on a roll, right? And so anyway, I am going to finally put this story out there so you can believe. You don't have to believe it if you don't want to, or you can. I swear to God, this happened to me. I would not lie about this. I haven't lied about anything that I've talked about on my channel. Just know that this is really crazy, and I would not blame you if you thought I was full of shit. So, but my eyes aren't brown, so which is in black and white, but still, it's a saying. Okay, anyways, we better get started because this is going to be a long story and probably my longest true scary story. So anyway, Helen's Bridge, which I've also talked about before in my hometown Halloween series from last year. It is in Asheville, North Carolina. Me and my what should we call her? Lorraine. Me and Lorraine used to always try to find haunted places, and we would go get drunk and do stuff you're not supposed to do. I'm pretty sure I was 23 or 24 when this happened. So she's a little bit younger than like 3 months younger than I am, so that's why I said this was a little while ago. I'm pretty sure I was 23 though. Anyway, that doesn't matter. So she was telling me about this place on Bowcatcher Mountain, which has Helen's Bridge on it and Zealander Castle and all that. If you want to actually look all the information up about the history of this place, then feel free to. This is solely just my experience, not me talking about the actual place, the going in depth about it. So we had been up here a couple of times, seeing if we could hear anything, and we did. I don't remember if I talked about it in the hometown Halloween one, but we did stand there, and we actually heard like a rope swinging back and forth, because I'll give you a little bit of the story if you don't know. Helen, she basically offed herself on the bridge with a rope, so yeah, and legend has it that if you go up there, you can hear the rope swing, or if you drive under the bridge, then your car will stall, and it's hard for you to get off the mountain, and if you look in your rearview mirror, then you can see her. We never actually saw her in the back, like in the rearview mirror, because we used to do this all the time, almost about every day we'd be up there trying to wait for something to happen. So, but we did hear a rope swinging back and forth in broad daylight, and there was no wind or anything, but that's not the crazy part. So, as most of you know that do follow my paranormal experiences, know that I can see stuff, like actually see apparitions and they're more like a fuzzy TV, like almost like TV static or something when I see them. So there is that, or just like shadow figures. So keep this in mind. And she kind of can do that too. I think most people probably can. I don't know. I think it just depends on the person. But anyways, so this one particular day we had went up there, and we went back that night too. I think this is the same day. It might have been 2 separate days. It was a really long time ago. But we actually went to go see if we could go to the castle, like see the remnants of it, which there is like a little piece there. I think I talked about this too, but just to refresh, because that was a year ago, there is like a little side of the castle that's left, just like a little bit of brick or whatever. It's not that extravagant, and we hopped the fence and went over there, and yeah, and she tore her leg, or tore her leg, tore it plumb off. She tore her pants leg, and she was bleeding a little bit, so we had to doctor her up and everything. But that's what we get for going up there and hopping the fence. And used to, there wouldn't be, like, now I don't even think you can go up there with that unless you're on a tour. Like now it's like, oh, restricted area or whatever, and it's like it's a huge attraction here kind of now if you want to see actual haunted places. Okay, so we're gonna fast forward now because that's not important, to one night. Me and Lorraine and my other friend had went up there at night. Okay, I don't quite remember when I know it was summertime. I don't remember quite when. It could have been August, something like that. July or August. And she was passed out in the back seat, so she had no idea any of this happened. Not Lorraine, the other girl. My other friend was in the back, and she was done past it. She was asleep. I don't know what was going on, but she missed this whole thing, by the way. So yeah, we've been up there many times, blah, blah, blah. Well, when we drove up there, it was a clear night, just dark, probably about 9, 10 o'clock at night, something like that, because my other friend, she was a little bit younger, like a couple years younger than us. And so I really wish she would have saw all this, because I feel like I'm crazy every time I used to tell her about it, because she'd be like, oh my God, tell me about it. But yeah, so we drive up there and we get, because it's very curvy when you go up, and then it's like, oh, there's the bridge, like where your nose of the car is, and then you go up a little bit and you can park, and you can go on the bridge. Well, on this particular night, I don't know what was going on. I don't know if I did something wrong or said something wrong, or just the night was right. And she can vouch for this if you ask her to this day. We get right to the top of right to the nose where the bridge part is, where you can go to park or whatever. Fog engulfs the whole car. Like it just out of nowhere. This giant black figure with red eyes has these big claws, puts its hands, on the front of the car like this. And I scream, and she screams, and we back up, and we book it. Like, it just disintegrated after that. We back up, and we're down that mountain like nothing had happened. And, of course, other friends in the back seat like, huh? What just happened? Now, this whole time after this, I don't know what happened. I never believed in, like, something being attached to you, really, at that point. I definitely do now because of this experience. From that point, all the way until we got past the Smiley's flea market out here. I didn't live in Asheville at the time, but we got past the Smiley's flea market. If you know Fletcher in that area in North Carolina, then you know exactly what I'm talking about. If not, sorry, use your imagination. But it's like I was froze. I couldn't speak. I couldn't do anything. And she's over here trying to, like, sing to me, she used to sing Billy Ocean to me all the time, like, trying to get me, like, it's like I was in a trance. It was weird. And it's like, that whole ride, like, I don't, like, coming back, I don't remember anything, except for her just, like, putting her hand on my leg, like, and singing. And finally, it was weird, because, I don't know, once we got past all that, it's quite a ways to get from Helen's Bridge to Smiley's Flea Market. That's like 2 cities. Counties, whatever. City, county. I don't know. I'll go back to school one day. But it was weird. It's like, and she saw me. It's almost like I was holding my breath the whole time. And like as soon as we get past this one point, it's like whatever it was, like go of me or something. And I just went like that. And she looked at me and she's like, "Are you okay? I was worried about you for a minute." And I'm like, that was so weird. That's the weirdest thing I've ever experienced in my life. Like, I don't know. I don't want to go back. Like, I'm done. I'm done with this shit. Like, I'm not doing this anymore. So, after this... Sorry, I needed some water. So, after this, I was at my mom's. I'll just speed up because, like, weird stuff had been happening. Like, just around me. Like... Disclaimer, I am going to go into thoughts and stuff like that and trying to yourself. Yeah. So, because I'm not like that, okay? I'm not like that at all. I've never been at all. So, just saying. Very out of character for me. Like, I was trying to do stuff like walk out in the middle of traffic. It's like it was just something, like, I don't know what happened. It's like I would just black out. No, I was not drunk, so please don't say that. I know I like to drink a lot. I was not drunk. Like, we'd be downtown, and I would, and then whoever I was with would be like, "What are you doing?" And I'm like, "Huh?" And I'm like, oh, shit. Like, what are you doing? I'm like, I don't know. Something told me to walk into traffic and myself. So, yeah, that was very odd. Then we have, at my mom's house, actually, and her house is not haunted or anything at all. I swear to God, I'm sorry, y'all. I got the driest throat in America. Well, I was sitting there one night, and I was drinking this night, and I was sitting in there, and this is when I was obsessed with The Goddamn Devil by Ugly Kid Joe. I still love that song, though. But I was literally obsessed with this song because I, like, just heard it. Because, like... I grew up listening to it, but, like, I forgot all about that song because there's a funny story about why it wasn't played in the house for a while. But that's not what this is about. But, yeah, so I just rediscovered that song, and I was obsessed with it. And before that, I don't know what I was listening to. I was sitting there drinking, whatever. I had the window open in my room, and I see this, like, figure. And now there are people that used to go through my mom's yard, like, just, I don't know, it's not a bad part of town or anything, it's just we'd see people, messing around in a yard or stuff. I don't know what the deal was. I don't know what the deal was. To this day, I still don't. I think it's because she did hoax research or whatever, but who knows. Anyways, so I'm sitting there and I see this figure underneath the, and there was no car parked there at the time. Now there's a car parked right in front of my old bedroom, but... Yes, there was no car parked there at the time. And you could see, the street light, like, for all it was, just sitting there. And it was on because it was dark. And I see a figure, a black figure, shadow figure, whatever. And I'm looking at it and I'm like, And I don't know if for some reason, like, at first it didn't really hit me that could be an entity. Also, this is not Helen. I don't know what this was. It was some kind of demon that was up there, probably from, like, teenagers up there, like, trying to conjure shit or something. I don't know. But this is not Helen that was attached to me or following me or whatever. This was, I don't know what this was. And I still haven't figured out who it was or whatever to this day. Clearly, it was a demon, but anyways, or whatever you want to call them. And, so... Sorry. I'm waiting on a package today, by the way. But, so I'm like, yo, you better get out of here. You don't know my mother. She's crazy. And you better get out of this yard and blah, blah, blah. And then I'm like, whatever. And then it's like disappears. And I'm like, okay, it's disappeared. Cool. Yeah, that's right. Be gone. So I turn over and I'm looking, getting my bottle ready or whatever, getting ready to take another swig. And the Goddamn Devil comes on. And I'm like, woo, yeah, I love this song. Blah, blah, And I look up, and there's a head there. Like, somebody standing. The shadow figure is now in front of my window. And this is in a trailer, by the way. So it's not real high up or nothing. And it's just like I can't see any face or anything. It's just literally a shadow. Excuse me. And I'm like, of course I'm drunk, so I'm like, wanting to taunt something, and I'm like, let me see your eyes. Show me your eyes. And it just stood there. So I'm like, yeah, you effing P-U-S-S-Y, and like calling all sorts of fucking names, and next thing I know, I black out, and I have a coat hanger around my neck. A wire coat hanger. I don't know how I got it around my neck. I don't know what happened. What got me out of it from trying to strangle myself with a coat hanger that I was unaware of was my mom's car alarm went off on her Mustang. And yeah, and I came to, and I was like I couldn't breathe, and I was like, oh my god. So I'm trying to get it off, and I start crying because I'm like, what happened? What's going on? So I managed to get it off. I'm like, rip it off or whatever. And I'm like, oh my god. So then I run in there to my mom, and I'm like, because now my concern is, oh my god, somebody's trying to break in my mom's car. What's going on? Maybe that really was somebody, but that didn't make sense to me. Well, she said that she never actually saw anybody run, and she was like yelling at him or whatever, and I was like, well, I just saw somebody standing at the... Never mind. Like, I didn't even tell her. Like, I didn't tell her this till like the next day, because literally she went out there to see if her car was messed with, and there were 3 scratch marks on the side of her fucking car, on the door, driver's side. Yeah. And finally, I told her, I was like, well, actually, I told her what I saw last night. I didn't tell her what happened to me, though, or whatever, because she asked me why I was crying, and I was like, I'm drunk. I'm really drunk. I'm so upset. That's all. Yeah. I wasn't that drunk, but... So anyway, we're going to fast forward a little bit. I know, like I said, this is going to be a longer video, because this is a long story, but I'm almost done. So, now, a few months later, I move in with my ex, and there's stuff going on over there at his house. And, like, stuff to the point where I was watching The Great Gatsby. I remember that. And I was laying on the couch because it was nighttime, and I was getting ready for bed or whatever. And I was trying to talk to my ex-friend and let her know what was going on, because I literally could see the entity now, which was following me everywhere, which also followed me at my dad's and made my YouTube just pop up out of nowhere. I don't know. But, yeah, started following me everywhere. So since I was living over there, one specific night is I could see it. It was in, okay, because, like, say, like, the couch is right here, and then there's a bedroom right here, and then, like, there's an old fireplace over here that nobody used, like, if you're facing this way. So, say I'm on the couch, and then straight over that way is a bedroom, and then kitchen, you get it, and then this fireplace over here, which was boarded up, or, like, bricked up, or whatever, like, you couldn't use it, so I don't know why it was boarded up. And I'm sitting there, and I'm like, I can see it, like, it is literally just sitting there, because there was a bed in there, and it literally was, like, doing this number on the bed, looking at me. Like, not on the bed, but with, like, like, sitting in the floor with its arm up on the bed. Kind of, you're just like, you know what I mean. I ain't got, you can visualize. And, because I kept seeing it like that, just about everywhere. And it was always, like, watching me. And I'm like, okay, so anyway. And, so, I was, like, terrified at this point, because, like, it would keep moving from, like, there to, like, the kitchen, like, under the kitchen table. And then the whole fucking house shook for no reason. And it sounded like something just came down the chimney. There would be, scratch marks. I could hear, like, someone was scratching behind my head while I was trying to sleep. But anyway, This night, though, that all this was happening, I was terrified. Like, I didn't even want to get off the couch. Like, I had called my mom, and I told her the truth of what was going on and everything that happened, and she was like, Sarah? So, pretty much, and yeah, I just kept seeing it, and then Johnny, before me and him got together, he actually lived with us. Let me know if you want a story time about how me and Johnny got together. That's a good one. But, yeah, like, when he was over there, he would, like, he would see it. And I'm just like, okay, so you see it too. And he's like, yeah, like, I don't know, it was weird. But basically, how I got rid of it is I did get saved. I mean, and it kind of went away after that. So, yeah, because I was like, I don't really talk about religion and stuff much on here. But yeah, once I got saved, it, kind of just stopped happening. Now, I can still see stuff and stuff. Like, I've been able to do that since I was a kid, and, you know, I've got a lot of stories on here about that. So, I mean, it's not even like that, really. It's just, I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I'm not, my religion is very weird now. I'm not even religious. I'm more spiritual than religious, so, but it's nobody's business. So, but I will say that did get rid of it, like, immediately. So, yeah. Anyways, so, yeah, that's pretty much my Helen's Bridge story in a nutshell, and it's under 30 minutes, thank God, because, yeah, I was trying really hard to go into detail, but also keep it, anyway, in a timely manner. But yeah, so that is a really true story that did happen to me, and that's why I do, and all of my experiences are, so that's why I don't put anything past anybody for anything to happen. So, yeah. You tell me you seen a ghost, I believe you. You say you got possessed, I'm gonna believe you. You say you saw a chupacabra, I'm still probably gonna believe you. So, anyways, if y'all would like to check out any of my other true scary stories or the rest of this Halloween series, there's only one left in this Halloween series, then I will leave everything linked below, here, there, everywhere. But yeah, so I hope y'all enjoyed that and don't think I'm too crazy, because I swear to God it happened. But, and if you've had any really crazy experiences, then please let me know down below. And, I hope y'all are having a good Halloween and spooky season. And, yeah, there's only one video left in this series, or even if you're not watching as part of the series, you just like these videos, then, yeah, but I'll still leave that all linked as well. So, anyways, thank y'all so much, and, yeah. Also, please help me try to get to 200 subscribers. 200 subscribers for Helen's Bridge. I almost died. I don't know. Anyways, thank y'all so much for watching once again, and don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, because it really helps my tiny ass channel. And of course, as always, don't forget to keep it rockin'.